I'm getting a phone call. Unknown number. Who's this? Hello? Yeah, this is Evolutions. Yeah. Yeah, top 50 ranked player with Harley Quinn. Yeah, master rank. Yeah, that's me. The GOAT. Yeah, the GOAT. Yeah. What was that? You want me to drop a Harley Quinn in-depth guide on YouTube? Alright, okay. Alright, bet. I got you. Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Evolutions, the GOAT. Rank number 50-something, 40-something, Harley Quinn. I don't know now. I got to double check depending on when I took the screenshot. I'm going to plug it here right here. So yeah, you heard it right. We're dropping the Harley Quinn in-depth guide. We're going to be going through everything as far as perks, combos, game plan, mental strategy. The whole handbook is going to be given to you on how I play Harley Quinn. I want to help you guys out and help the Harley Quinn community. We're about to be eating good, guys. I'm excited to make this because I have a lot of new strategies and a lot of setups and things that I can help you with in your gameplay as Harley Quinn. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so we loaded into training mode, and before we go over anything, I want to go over the perks. The perks are going to be very essential, especially for this guide. For this example, I'm going to be going over Confetti Explosion. It's really good, and what it does is instead of igniting at max stats and after a short delay, Harley's Confetti debuff creates a large explosion, launching enemies upward. So that is pretty self-explanatory, but if you think about it, it can set you up for early kills. So Harley's main tool is killing with her up special, right? So let's say the debuff is about to trigger and you hit them with the up special, which triggers it. They get launched upward, and then they get launched upward again because of the confetti, and it could result in an early kill. So it's really good, but it is a little bit challenging. I'm not gonna lie, the skill gap on this is much higher than glove control, but I want to prioritize confetti because I want to help you guys get better and reach potentials with Harley Quinn that are higher, right? So it is going to be a little bit harder at the beginning because you sacrifice glove control, but trust me, once you get the hang of it, you're going to be killing early and you're going to be doing just fine. So for the next perk is going to be Snowball Effect, 7% damage boost, which is good. This is a hot take. It's a very hot take. I put on Last Stand on Harley because I find myself surviving stocks a lot. And what Last Stand does is it applies weakened stacks after you reach 100%. So I think this is really good, especially when you're in a situation where you have a lead, or if you're in Last Stand and your opponent has a lead, it can help you close the gap. So it can help you create a bigger lead, or it can help you catch up to your opponent and then take the lead. It was even better before the nerf, but even now it's still good, especially with Harley's up special. It does a lot of knockback as is. With Last Stand, you're going to be getting kills even more, and on top of that, confetti, so it just goes. And as you know, this perk is pretty much the standard for every character. Pugilist, melee attacks deal increased damage. That's pretty much it. We will be talking about glove control in terms of matchups because I do think confetti is the best, but there are certain matchups where glove control is just going to be that much better. It's going to help you in neutral. We'll talk about that a little bit later though. So as you guys know, confetti, you ignite it, and then the debuff. 1 through 5, you hit them 4 more times, and then the buff triggers, right? Just like that. He wasn't supposed to die, but just because the confetti buff was about to trigger, it sent him to the blast zone. And that was a really early kill. He was at 60, and he died really quick. And there's nothing they can do about it. They can't dodge it, they can't block it, or nothing. So that's really good. So, for starters, I want you guys to know what Harley's tools are in terms of neutral, right? So keep in mind, you do have confetti, so with that, obviously you can't shoot the glove any direction you want. It only goes downward, no other way. But trust me, there are other tools that will fill in the gap and replace that. And the main tool that you want to be using is her forward air, or side air, right? This is her side air. It's a 2-hit. It's really good. A lot of people think it is broken, but it is also very punishable. So when I say use this to approach, use it to approach, and then you combo into up throw, right? So that's pretty straightforward, right? Every Harley does that. But you want to keep in mind when you reach the higher levels, which you will after watching this guide, you have to be very mindful of the Sair, right? So the Sair is really good, but it can also whiff really badly, and you can get punished for big damage. And also, keep in mind, you don't want to get punished too much because Harley Quinn is a glass cannon. She dies really early. She does a lot of damage, but she can get killed super duper early. So you want to be very mindful. You don't want to whiff it. You want to hit it and then go for up tilt, right? You want to hit Sair, up tilt, Sair, up tilt, and then up special, right? That's pretty much what you want to do. That is your bread and butter. Sair, up tilt, up special, and then you can read depending on where they dodge. If they dodge left, if they dodge right, you can dodge cancel up special. It's really good, and it gives you a lot of kills because once you're up there, after initially sending them up with the first up special, they're already in kill range, right? So if you make that one last read, you dodge cancel up special, they're dead. But obviously you have to make the right read, and sometimes you can miss, but that's okay. So now that we got the approach out the way, which is the Sair, I want to go over some tools that Harley has that don't really include the Sair. Sometimes your opponent knows how to deal with the Sair and they punish it. So then you need to switch it up. So then it would be the down air, right? The down air is really good. It's really good because it has a lot of range. Probably the best range, if not the best range down air attack in the whole game. Because the glove goes down and the glove hits you, not necessarily Harley, right? So you could do down air into up special. Down air, up special, right? It's also really good because you can initiate the debuff of confetti and get your stuff rolling. So boom, boom, and then up special. And then depending on how far along they are with the confetti debuff, you can kill them early. So definitely keep that in mind. Down air is really good, really good. If they're not really necessarily at kill range, you could just go for a down air into Sair, into up tilt, into up special, which is really good. You see right there, he died at 60, right? So just a few ways to approach. Also, you want to keep in mind your bomb. You always want to have your bomb out. You always want to have it active because it does apply a lot of pressure. So you might be thinking, well, if I throw the bomb and I miss, I'm wasting it. No, that's not true. Because if you have the bomb, right, and you throw it in the air, Shaggy can't approach you for free. So that means he would have to dodge or he would have to wait for the bomb, right? So if you're on this side of the map and the bomb is in the air, Shaggy's going to think twice about coming into your space, right? He's going to think twice because he doesn't want the bomb to latch onto him. That way he can survive, right? So definitely keep that in mind. Just because the bomb isn't on anyone, just because it's not opposing a direct threat, doesn't mean that you should not use it. You always want to use it because it applies a map pressure and it helps you gain map control. So if you throw it forward, if this was a real person, they would either go up, dodge through it, or backpedal and give you map control, right? Either way, if they backpedal, you gain map control. If they dodge forward, you can expect it and then punish it. If they go up, you can punish that as well with the up special, or you can dodge cancel Sair, right? I know dodge canceling is a little bit advanced. I will go over that in a second, but just know that you can do that, and that is a very viable option that I myself do a lot, right? So we have the bomb, right? The bomb is really good when it attaches onto them, but you can also combo into it and then get early kills as well. It can be like a mini confetti, right? Because the bomb launches you upward, right? So imagine you got your debuff on, right? You're about to kill them, and then they have the bomb on, right? So let's say you land an up special, the bomb triggers, and then confetti triggers. That's 3 motions of going upward. They're going to be dead. I guarantee you they're going to be dead. And you apply so much pressure, and people aren't going to want to go in the air with you when you're Harley. So another thing, her jukebox. Now you get 2, right? So you can't have 2 at the same time, but you have 2 just in case one gets destroyed or one goes up too far, or you kind of mess up and you put it in the wrong spot. So keep in mind that with the jukebox, it also applies the debuff of confetti. Keep that in mind. It's also really good to just gain map control to kind of create a wall. So right here, if we're neutral, I set the bomb or the jukebox right here, Shaggy can't approach me for free. He has to be very mindful of the jukebox. He can't just ignore it, because that will pop you up, and not only will it pop you up, but it will give me an opportunity to fill up the meter for the confetti explosion. Another thing you want to keep in mind is when you send your opponents out to the blast zone and you kill them, you want to set up, right? You want to set up. And what I do is I go jukebox, I pop it down. So when you shoot one of the balloons, or when you hit one of the balloons, it floats down, right? So whenever I kill someone, I like to set up my bomb, throw it up in the air, and then put my jukebox down. I like to set up my utility because it puts them in a state where they can't really approach me or attack me without being endangered by my utility, which is my bomb and my jukebox. If they do attack me, they risk getting hit with the bomb, because if I'm getting comboed and the bomb blows up, they get affected, right? And it's like a combo breaker. So you always want to set up your utility. Sometimes if players are really good, they'll fall off the respawn platform and they'll just run through your jukebox and then kind of destroy it, because they won't get hit because they have the spawn shield. So once they start doing that, you want to wait a little bit and then set up your jukebox. But most of the time, I like to set up my jukebox off rip, just so they respect it. Just so I get that respect and they don't approach me, or I can approach them, or I can punish them for attacking and getting rid of their spawn shield. Another tool that's very, very good is her neutral air attack, right? So with this is a deadly hitter. This is a super deadly hitter. Not only does it do a lot of knockback, but you can switch up the timing, right? And the knockback is good if you don't charge it up, or if you do charge it up. You get a lot of knockback. So if I fully charge it up, he's dead, right? He's dead. If I don't charge it up, it's good knockback to the point where they don't want to get hit by it at all. They'll never want to get hit by this, right? And then not only that, if you charge it up, they tend to dodge, right? Or if you mix it up and you don't charge it up, they'll dodge. But let's say they pick up on that. Then you can pick up on that too. So what you can do is, if they're dodging a lot, you can just charge it all the way. That way you'll catch them out of their dodge. So let's say I think Shaggy's gonna dodge forward, right? So if I think he's gonna dodge forward to counter my mallet, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna charge it and then pull back. That way, where I'm standing, that's where his dodge will be. Like this, right? His dodge will be relatively in this area. So if I go for the full charge and I back up a little bit with the momentum, I can catch him in the end, right? The end lag, or I can get a sweet spot hit, right? So it's really good. Definitely keep that in mind. You want to switch up the timing that you use the mallet, because people like to dodge through it, or they like to punish it. Also, it is kind of punishable. It's not the most punishable, but you can benefit a lot just by switching up the timing. That way you get that good hit and you put yourself in a good scenario where you can fight them off the ledge or edge guard them, right? Let's talk a little bit more about combos, right? So you got your combos, your 1-2, up tilt, up special. I love that. That is so good. That is such a good move, right? It's such a good move. And not only that, you can do ground neutral attack as a kill confirm. It's a really good kill confirm when they're at higher ranges, but when they're at higher percentages as well, you can charge it up for longer and then even secure your kill that much more. So boom, he's dead. He's dead all the way. So when you do the auto attack, you can do it two ways. I got into the habit of doing the 1-2 up tilt into up special, which is really good. But if you want to add more damage when they're earlier in percentage, you can do 1-2 down tilt, up special, right? Just gives you a little bit more damage, and it kind of pushes them closer to the edge of the map as well, right? Because the difference between you surviving a kill confirm can be an inch, right? So the more you get them closer to the edge of the map, the closer they are to the blast zone. So be very mindful of that. Another tool that Harley has that's really, really good that is very slept on is her dash attack. So her dash attack is really good. It's a multi-hit. So the reason why it is good is because it launches you forward, but at certain percentages, it's a true combo to do dash attack into up special, right? And that can also kill too, depending on the percentage. Another thing that it's really good for is baiting your enemy into a dodging, right? So you can bait your enemy into a dodge and then you could catch them on the end lag of their dodge, because like I said, it's a multi-hit and it also hits all around. It's a circular hurt box, right? Or hit box. And it can break armor, right? So definitely keep that in mind. Her dash attack is really good. It would be a little too slow to break armor, but sometimes if you get that sweet timing, you could get lucky, but I wouldn't really rely on it. I did mention the down tilt. The down tilt is good because it does have a lot of range, but it also is very, very, very punishable. So look, I'm punishable. Right there, I'm super punishable. So you don't want to do it long range unless they're charging for something and they're stuck in frames and they can't do anything about it. But the reward can be worth it. The reward can definitely be worth it if they're really close to just dying. You can get down tilt into up special. Like so. Like that. Alright? Another thing that I want to be known is, so right here, let's say Shaggy's hanging on the ledge, right? He's wall camping me, right? So normally you can just go for the down air and then you can spike them. But if they're dodging it, because let's be real, it is pretty easy to dodge this. So what I do is I set up the jukebox out here and then I pop it. That way it falls down and then they can get hit by the jukebox or the mallet, right? Or the down air itself. You kind of send out 2 hitboxes and they have to kind of guess or see which one they don't want to get hit by, right? So it falls, you go with the mallet, boom. You can hit them 1 time or 2 times. It's very hard to dodge. It's a very good tactic to get them off the edge, and it's a very good way to stop them from doing that, because wall camping is very annoying, very toxic, and you can just get them off with the jukebox for sure. You can even do it with the bomb, but it's better to do it with the jukebox because the bomb kind of moves a little too fast, and to kind of space it and shoot it down right is a little bit harder than the jukebox. And the jukebox is less important than the bomb. You're better off having the jukebox go down, because if you waste the bomb, you might not have it, you might use it up, and you could suffer later on if they do somehow make it onto the map. Another thing I want you guys to know that's really good is her Sair, yes, but the last hit of her Sair is really good. It's really good for those situations where you're knocking your enemy off the map. Right here, you can get a kill confirm. If they're really high in percentage, not only are they high in percentage, but they're near the blast zone, right? So that last kick will just punch them out. Okay, so the final kicks of the Sair push you out like this. And then if they're at the edge of the map, you can finish them off with the Sair and the third kick like this. Really good move to just finish them off and push them off the map. Or you can go for the side special, like so. Block them from touching the wall and then hit them with the Sair and then punch them off with the final kick. Or kick them off. Another thing that you guys should get in the habit of doing is waiting for the dodge, right? Sometimes it's a hassle and it's a little risky when you're at the final stocks a piece and you're 1 hit away as well as they are, right? So your best bet is not necessarily to chase. Sometimes you don't have to chase, sometimes you don't have to waste all your resources, because if you're chasing to get up, a lot of times you like to dodge cancel and use your meter up, right? So sometimes when you send them up, it's not even worth chasing them. You just wait for them to fall down and hit them with a little up tilt. Hit them with an up tilt, hit them with an up tilt, get that damage up, and then you can set up for the kill confirm. Alright? The bomb setups, I always recommend doing whatever combo you usually do when the bomb is on them, because it'll extend it. The way I think of the bomb is a combo extender, right? Like so. Boom. Confetti, and he's dead. See? You get them kills. That wasn't necessarily early kill, but I have to do less work. He gets killed, and then he also, in turn, thinks in his mind, like, damn, I can't get hit with that confetti because it's going to kill me for nothing. Alright? So we pretty much went over everything offensive with Harley, but a lot of people underestimate the side special, myself included, until you guys are telling me this move is actually really good. So what I like to use this move is for recovering. Recovering because you can go downward very fast. You can go downward super duper fast and avoid getting hit. So let's say you're recovering. Boom. And then they're charging an attack. You just hit the side special and go downward and avoid dying. Right? Or you can do it the other way, then dodge in. You just kind of mix them up a little bit. And then if you do get that hit, you land the side special, and then you can hit him with the Sair, and then hit the third hit. Right? So that's also really good. The last offensive tip that I want to give you guys is her dodge cancel Sair. Harley has the best dodge cancel Sair in the game because she can go from here all the way to here, right? So Shaggy's right here. He's just in the smoke right now, right? But if he was out the smoke, I'm right here. Dodge cancel Sair, and he's going to get hit at the last hit, right? So look at all that range. Look at all that range. So your opponent has to acknowledge that from here, I'm still a threat. I'm still a threat from here because at any moment, I could just come in crazy, right? And the closer I am, the more of a threat because look, dodge cancel Sair, boom, out special, you're dead, all right? And this is just me just chilling. I'm like, all right, what are you going to do? Oh, what? You're not going to do nothing? All right, bet. I'm going to go. My turn. Boom, you're dead. Bomb set up. Throw the bomb down. Boom. Out special. Bomb's on me again. What? You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to chase, you put the jukebox down. They get popped in. You initiate your confetti. They're dead, right? So there's a lot of things. You definitely want to use dodge cancel Sair because it's a good way to get in. And then not only that, if a projectile's in between you and your enemy, dodge cancel Sair. You go through the projectile and then you punish that. With Morty, you can dodge cancel Sair the mud wall and just annihilate him. I do that to Morty all day for free. For free. All day, every day. W's, right? So you definitely want to use dodge cancel Sair. Dodge cancel up special is also really good. Dodge cancel Nair is really good. Everything dodge cancel is really good depending on the situation, right? But you want to keep in mind that once Harley doesn't have meter, she can die so fast. She is so fragile. She will die and die really fast. Right there. Dodge cancel into out special. Right? Shaggy didn't dodge because he's a bot. Literally. But a lot of players will dodge trying to mix you up. That way you don't kill them. But if you guess right, you got him. So another thing with dodge cancel Sair, depending on the character. So for a character like Jason, he's combo food. If you see my chat or my stream, every time there's a Jason, we eating good. And this is why I say Jason is combo food. Boom. Boom, look at that. About to die. Look at that. Free combos. And I know you're thinking it's a bot, but trust me, even the real players, they get eaten up by this because Jason is so big. Alright? Boom, up air. Confetti triggered. What's that? Boom. Up tilt. Up special. Dodge cancel Sair if you want to dodge. Alright? So you can also use dodge cancel Sair in the air when they want to dodge out. You can close the gap, right? You can close the gap of them dodging and them trying to get to safety, which is really good. The pressure that Harley Quinn makes and gives off is insane. She can close the gap so well when you want to dodge out. She can punish you for dodging out, which is amazing. And not many characters can do it in the fashion that Harley does, right? Dodge cancel out special, you're dead, right? So bigger characters get eaten alive by Harley's combos, right? So you could approach dodge cancel Sair, up tilt, Sair, up air, boom, just rack up that good damage, get them nice and hurt until they get sent to the blast zone. Boom. And then if they don't want to dodge, if they want to dodge and then you read it, you just wait for the dodge, boom. Wait for the dodge, boom. What? Wait for the dodge, boom. Up special, you're dead, right? Look at that. Dodge cancel Sair if you want to dodge out. If you want to dodge out, you're going to get hit with this dodge cancel Sair and it's over. The best tools Harley has is her dodge cancel Sair. Her Sair is elite. But once you kick it up a notch and dodge cancel Sair, you have so much range. So much range. You can extend so much combos. You can punish people for dodging so much easier. And you become so lethal, guys. So, guys, that's pretty much it that I wanted to share for the confetti. But I do want to go over glove control just a little bit because of the matchup situation, right? So you're going to run into characters like Jack. You're going to run into characters like Wonder Woman. You're gonna run into characters like, who else? Gizmo. You're gonna run into those characters that kind of stay really grounded, like Finn, and you're gonna need glove control. You're gonna need glove control because they have better tools than you in neutral, and once you throw on glove control, you can kind of space them out and open them up. You hit them with the glove, go for Sair, up tilt, and then that's how you rack up your damage, right? You want to avoid them. This is a little bit more of a defensive playstyle with the glove control, but it is necessary for a lot of matchups that include characters that are really grounded, or they just have better priority tools than you, right? So your Gizmos, your Finns, your Samurai Jacks, sometimes Jasons, depending on if they're really good and they know how to deal with the matchup of Harley. But most of the time, I like to go Confetti because I know the matchup myself. But yeah, you definitely want to throw on glove control for certain matchups. The rule of thumb that I do is if they're beating me in neutral, I switch to glove control. If they are beating me in neutral 100%, like very convincingly, I switch to glove control because you get your neutral back. You do sacrifice early kills, but Harley can still kill it really, really early. And on top of that, when you have that, you want to use perks like Ignite, right? So you want to have the That's Flammable Doc perk, and everything else is pretty much the same, right? Those are the only two things you want to change. So I like to run 2 different perk setups depending on the matchup and rank, because you do need to switch it up on the fly sometimes. So that's pretty much it for the guide. I tried to give you guys everything I know. If there's anything else that I forgot, or if you have questions, just comment down below. I'll be more than happy to answer you. Or if you guys run this up, like it up, comments, show mad love, I'll drop a part 2 of a full in-depth guide for glove control, because I think, although it is very straightforward, I think that it would be very helpful for players that don't really know Multiversus or Harley Quinn that well. But it is pretty straightforward. But if you guys want, I'll be more than happy to drop that. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Yo, thank you guys so much for watching the video all the way to the end. Let me know what you thought down below. If this was a good guide, if I could go over some other stuff that you want me to, feel free to comment down below. I really had fun making this video for you guys because I feel like it's going to help you a lot, and I'm going to see a lot more Harleys getting better. And this is overall really good for Harley Quinn players to push them to their limits and get better overall. And guys, I did want to let you know that I will be hosting a tournament sometimes next month, so definitely be on the lookout. I'm going to be hosting my first tournament, and most likely will be a 2v2 because I kind of like the 2v2 scene. I feel like there's a lot of 1v1 tournaments out right now. I want to be a little different. I feel like the 2v2 scene needs some more love. The potential 2v2s has is a lot more potential than the 1v1s, because I feel like 1v1s are a lot more campy. It's not really as fun unless you have really good players playing in the tournaments or playing in the singles matches. I think 2v2 is a lot more chaotic. You can focus on team comps, synergy, team combos. I think there's a lot more that goes into 2v2s, so that's why I'm going to be hosting a 2v2 tournament. Alright guys, that's all I have for today. Be sure to leave a like and comment, and I'll see you on the next one.